ancient Egypt wasn't isolated. Its foreign relations and trade connected it with Nubia, the Levant, and Libya and led to exchanges in art, religion, and technology. Today, we'll explore how these connections shaped Egypt's culture, economy, and lasting influence across the Mediterranean. Let's dive into Egypt's rich legacy.
Neighboring civilizations and interactions. Ancient Egypt's strategic location in the northeastern corner of Africa placed it in close contact with several neighboring civilizations, including Nubia to the south, the Levant to the northeast, and Libya to the west. These regions played a significant role in Egypt's foreign relations, as both allies and adversaries, throughout its history. Nubia was one of Egypt's most important neighbors. The relationship between Egypt and Nubia was complex, characterized by both trade and conflict. Nubia was rich in resources such as gold, ivory, and exotic animals, which made it a valuable trade partner. However, the wealth of Nubia also led to several military campaigns by Egyptian pharaohs to control these resources. Over time, Nubia came under Egyptian rule, and the two cultures became closely intertwined, particularly during the New Kingdom. To the northeast, the Levant, including present-day Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria, was another key area of interaction. This region was a vital trade corridor that connected Egypt to Mesopotamia and the wider Near East. The Egyptians engaged in both diplomacy and warfare to maintain control over this region, particularly during the New Kingdom when the Egyptian Empire expanded into the Levant. Libya, located to the west of Egypt, was inhabited by various tribal groups who occasionally posed a threat to Egypt's western borders. The relationship with the Libyans was primarily characterized by military encounters, although there were also periods of peaceful coexistence and trade. The interactions with these neighboring civilizations significantly influenced Egypt's political and cultural development, leading to the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies.
Trade routes and goods exchanged. Trade was the lifeblood of the ancient Egyptian economy, connecting Egypt with distant lands through a network of trade routes that spanned the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, and the Nile River. These trade routes allowed for the exchange of goods that were essential for the prosperity of the Egyptian civilization. The Nile River was Egypt's primary trade artery, enabling the transport of goods from the Mediterranean coast to the southern regions of the country. The river facilitated the movement of agricultural products, such as grain, as well as luxury items like gold, papyrus, and linen. Trade along the Nile also extended into Nubia, from where Egypt imported gold, ivory, ebony, and slaves. The Red Sea provided access to the Arabian Peninsula and the Horn of Africa, where Egyptians traded for incense, myrrh, and exotic animals. The maritime trade routes connected Egypt to the land of Punt, a mysterious region believed to be located in modern-day Somalia or Eritrea. The expeditions to Punt, especially during the reign of Queen Hatshepsut, are well documented and highlight the importance of these trade connections. Overland routes connected Egypt with the Levant and Mesopotamia, bringing in goods such as timber from Lebanon, silver from Anatolia, and lapis lazuli from Afghanistan. The Egyptians also traded with the Minoans and Mycenaeans, exchanging pottery, olive oil, and wine for Egyptian goods like linen, papyrus, and jewelry. The exchange of these goods not only enriched Egypt materially but also facilitated the spread of cultural and technological innovations across the region. Diplomatic relations and treaties. Diplomatic relations were a crucial aspect of Egypt's foreign policy, particularly during the New Kingdom when Egypt established itself as a major power in the ancient Near East. The pharaohs of this period engaged in diplomacy with other powerful states, such as the Hittites, Mitanni, and Babylonians, to secure alliances, trade agreements, and peace treaties. One of the most famous diplomatic achievements of ancient Egypt was the Treaty of Kadesh, signed between Pharaoh Ramses II and the Hittite king Hattusili III in the 13th century BCE. The treaty, often regarded as one of the earliest known peace agreements in history, ended years of conflict between the two empires over control of the Levant. The Treaty of Kadesh established a boundary between the two powers and included provisions for mutual defense and the return of political refugees. The agreement was celebrated with an exchange of royal correspondence and gifts, symbolizing the peaceful relations that followed. Marriage alliances were another important tool of diplomacy. Egyptian pharaohs often married foreign princesses to strengthen ties with neighboring states. These royal marriages not only cemented political alliances but also facilitated cultural exchange between Egypt and other civilizations. Diplomacy in ancient Egypt also involved regular correspondence between rulers, as evidenced by the Amarna letters, a collection of clay tablets discovered in the ancient city of Amarna. These letters contain diplomatic communications between the Egyptian court and various foreign powers, providing valuable insights into the political landscape of the time.